So, hello guys, welcome back to our online webinar. Yes, today we are going to discuss about the last part of our assessment 4. Hopefully you all finish assessment 3 by now because you need to have the previous knowledge to start doing this assessment. Yes, so prepare financial reports. By that time, I think we all know what is the financial reports and how to prepare all of them, right? Like balance sheet, income statement, because in this assessment, we have to prepare adjusted trial balance, then income statement and balance sheet. All right. Okay. So this is our trial balance. Those who are working in any accounting firm, I think you should be able to identify this. This is very normal. This is not any, actually it's not any income statement. It's just a trial balance for, we use this for calculation. So our question, our assessment will be based on this trial balance. So by the time you know what is debit and credit, these are the descriptions, the details of these expense, what you can say expense, income, or any asset liability. Rest. These are all the accounts. From here, it starts cash at bank. So what do we understand by cash? Cash is basically an asset, right? So assets are always debit. Then account receivable. This is also a current asset. This is also always, it should be debit in normal perspective. Inventory is an asset. Inventory, equipments are, maybe if you're working in a company, all the equipment, right? If for like big production house, those factories, you have machines, everything. These are equipments. It should be debit. Accumulated depreciation on equipment. So this is credit because this is an accumulation. Vehicles, asset, debit. So I hope everyone you understand these accounts and which one is debit and credit, right? This is very basic for this unit. Now what we have to do. This is the first task you have to do. Let's assume now like you are required to record the following balance the adjustment in the general journal. Show your workings. So normally in accounting, what happens, like in the last day of the accounts record day, that day we found some of the new transactions. New transactions mean those transactions which are not included in this trial balance. So we need to add them on this trial balance, and we need to create a new adjusted trial balance. So for this one, first thing we have to do is, since these are transactions like depreciation or equipment 10%, these are transactions, we have to prepare one journal entries for each of this transaction, right? For each of this transaction. So let's say depreciation of equipment 10% using the straight line method. So in assessment 2, 3, we also use the straight line method, right? So for this one, we have to do the straight line method. So again, go back to depreciation on equipment. So this is, they're saying on equipment. So we have an equipment of 45K, right? So this depreciation would be 10%, right? So it would be 4,500, right? So what should be the journal entry then? The journal entry should be like depreciation expense debit, accumulated depreciation expense equipment credit, right? 4,500. So I'm expecting you can do rest of this because I'm not going to actually give you the answer here. I just discussed the first one to show you how we do the calculations and everything. So this is very basic. You have to do the transactions for journal entries for 7 of this. After this, then what you have to do, send an email to your assessor with your journal entries as part of the Word document attached. That means when you're going to finish this assessment, let's say you can do it on an Excel. It would be better if you do it on MS Excel or any workbook. Then you need to send me the file. My email address is on the portal, so you can get my email address from there. You just need to send me, and we need to do one meeting about those entries. I'm going to tell you is it right or wrong. So the meeting is very important because if your any of your journal entries is wrong, the whole math will be wrong, right? So we need to fix these journal entries before you jump onto the main part of the assessment, which is assessment number 3. So, after the meeting, prepare each of the following as a separate worksheet in an appropriate name Excel workbook. So now we need to prepare one Excel sheet, right? And everyone in accounting, if you're accountant, you're working in account receivable, account payable, or even a bookkeeper, we really need to know how to do the MS Excel because day-to-day life either we use any software like MYOB, Zero, and mostly we also have to use the Excels for data entry, for bookkeeping. So first thing they're asking, you need to do an adjusted trial balance at 30 June 2017. So that means if we go back, we already have a trial balance, right? We already have a trial balance, but since we have some new transactions, these 7 transactions, we are going to have some corrections, some add, some reduction, right, from those numbers. So you need to now make one new adjusted trial balance. And then we have to do the profit and loss statement for the year ending 30, 2017. So, I was asking you guys that do you know how to, prepare the profit and loss statement? So I'm hoping that by now, like in the last part of your assessment, we should be able to prepare profit and loss statement, and we need to also know how to prepare the balance sheet. That's it. And when you're going to finish this, you need to send me the email. So since I'm just going to, give you some instruction on this assessment, so maybe I'll show you what should be the format. And after that, I think we can, finish because this is not an easy assessment, but I'm just going to give you some instruction about the structures, and I'm hoping that you can finish that. So let's go back. Okay, let's go to the Excel sheet. So I prepared this Excel sheet. These are my accounts. I copied these accounts from the question, and then I also put some of the new, entries because when we finish this journal entries, we get some new accounts here. So I just put the new accounts here, and some of the accounts actually will affect in this one. And so some of this number will be changed. So what we need to do is from trial balance, we need to go to the adjusted trial balance. And from the journal entry, suppose if something is debit, let's say cash increase by 5,000 debit, right? And here it's 10,700. So we need to adjust here in this part 15,700 like this. Or if it's credit, if cash goes out, you need to reduce this. So this will be our new adjusted trial balance. That's it. And then what we need to do is the main part is the balance sheet. So by now I'm expecting that everyone knows the structure in a balance sheet. Firstly, it goes the current assets, then fixed asset, then add these two, you will get the total asset. You will get the total asset, right? And then you need to do again the current liabilities, non-current liabilities, and total liabilities would be adding these things up. And what you need to do is after that you need to minus total liabilities from total asset. You get a need assets, right? Need assets, let's make it euro, right? And equity part is should be this part, and these should be same amount, and these and these should be same amount. If it's like not the same amount, then maybe you have made a mistake, right? You have made a mistake on your balance sheet. And after that, you have to make the profit and loss. So mainly from my point of view, the profit and loss should be in the second one, but doesn't matter. You can do it like either ways. So in profit and loss, these are the structures, sales and revenue. So all of this, you might ask me, how can I get the amounts, right? Because these amounts are blank. See, if you go to this amount, this Excel sheet, your adjusted trial balance amounts will go there. Let's say sales revenue. So sales revenue, this amount, you need to copy this and you can paste here. I can create a link also, right? So that's it. This amount is this, like all of these expense accounts are from this adjusted trial balance. Also the balance sheet one, right? Then you'll get a profit and stuff. The profit is actually going to here. So that's it. You need to prepare a balance sheet, profit statement, and trial balance like this. That's it. And then what you need to do? You need to send me this file. That's it. Your assessment is done. It's not that hard. Yes, it might be lengthy, but it's not that hard if you actually understand the process and the structures of these accounts. So hoping assessment 4 is done and this whole unit is going to be finished. Guys, please try to finish your assessment as early as possible and send me in my mail. I'm going to give you some feedbacks even if you need any help. So that's it. Thank you for today. See you on the next webinar. Thank you.